right, and it looks like we are live and back. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Hope you had a great week, and I hope your weekend's going well. I believe the question before stream was, has hotfixed his printer, and he was telling us about the fun times with inoperable firmware on replacement parts. So go ahead and finish venting, but be leery of my monetization.
Clean up my language a little bit. The apparently they send you a replacement AP board for your, at least the X1 Carbon. I mean, obviously I can't speak to P1S, but they send that to you and it shows up with firmware quadruple zero, and you have to get it authorized to talk to their cloud to then even get the firmware update. Because I even downloaded the firmware and put it on the SD card, and it wouldn't see it. It wouldn't give me the option to update off the SD card. And I followed the wiki exactly, and nope. And I think that's something where you had to be at a certain firmware level to do offline updates anyway. So thankfully they had, hey Renee, thankfully they had my serial number for the new board in the pictures I sent them prior, and they authorized it. And then I was able to connect and do a firmware update. And that's thankfully. Oh, the first firmware update, I put a screenshot and it went from quadruple zero to like 1.7 something. That happened like right away. So that tells me that was the real firmware on there, was like 1.7 something behind the scenes, because it went right away. And then I went and downloaded. Then it prompted me, hey, there's another new firmware out there, like 1.10 or whatever is the latest. And it ended up downloaded that, updated it. And that took the normal like 45 minutes or whatever it takes. So they're playing some games, and I kind of gave them a little bit of heck in my ticket going, what if I wasn't connected to the cloud, guys? You know, what do you do then? Anyway, so it's fixed. I'm back to printing, thankfully. And yeah.
Fun times. Fun times in Ridgemont High. But you're up and printing and all back. Yes. Everything's all good again.
Yes. And I even got, while I was ordering that $150 part, there was like another $10 part, which is a little tiny circuit board in the back of the X1 Carbon where the AMS connectors come in. I've had, and I know Gabe was talking about this too at one point, where sometimes the AMSs will just blink red. And you just I go unplug the cable, plug it back in, or sometimes if I just wiggle the cable, it comes back. So I bought that part as well, and I'm going to try to fix that soon. But I figured, let's get it up and running for a little bit. Let's not touch it. Don't even look at it.
As long as it's not a ribbon cable, we should be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, don't break it again.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I'll fry it again. But anyway, yep, I am back to 100%, printing up a storm, as you'll see tonight.
That's awesome. All right, well, we wait for everybody to join. Wish Ed and Mrs. Ed happy anniversary today. I don't think Ed will be joining us, but he's celebrating his anniversary, so be sure to tell Ed happy anniversary in the chat.
Yeah, if he joins, it might be his last anniversary.
Yeah. or the first anniversary of something else.
Yeah.
This is the first day of the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, well, either way, happy anniversary.
All right, so we'll start a little bit different. I'll show you guys what I was doing earlier today, and then we'll get started on some stream pictures. So when I'm not 3D printing, this is generally what I'm doing, is flying little drones.
Are they 3D printed drones?
They're not 3D printed. This one will do about 120 miles an hour if I let it. So there's 3D printed parts on there, but the frame is all carbon fiber.
Ooh. Now, when are you going to start like 3D printing like hand grenade dropping attachments so you can just fly over and drop a hand grenade on someone?
I mean, I could do that right now.
Sorry, I've been watching people play this video game Rust, and they just made a change where the drones can drop hand grenades on people, and I think it's hysterical.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But this
Yeah,
is
but
awesome. How do you get it to bank left and right like that?
So I fly in full acro mode or full rate mode, so no leveling or anything like that. So that's how I can get it to bank. If you have it in leveling modes and everything, it doesn't let you bank as hard.
Wow. Okay.
At least you don't have no fly zones around you.
How, dude? Have you been flying drones for a while? Because it looks like you just threaded the needle under that gazebo or whatever that was.
Yeah, for almost 15 years.
Okay, so you know what you're doing.
Are you
All right,
using-
I would feel like killing that.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm not the
using
best
first person-
pilot, but I can get it done.
Are you using first-person goggles or?
Yeah,
a
that's the
viewer?
only way I could fly this far away from.
So is that you in the parking lot?
Not in those ones. In the black truck, when we come across the lake, you guys are a couple of seconds across, but when we come across the lake, by the solar panels to the left, you can see me sitting on the back of my truck.
So you're driving around in a black truck flying drones around people. Man,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
scaring the
talking
hell
about
out of somebody.
Yeah, I'm talking about dropping grenades.
Well, that's me. That's me.
Yeah,
that wasn't him.
FBI just entered the chat.
Yeah.
Just tell him to go.
FBI smash the like button.
Tell him to go check out YouTube videos of the video game called Rust. They'll
Ice
understand.
is going to be knocking on his door in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. The thing is, I have all the FAA regulation things or whatever. I have my little registration
license?
for that and all that. Yeah,
Oh,
and I have
The certificate, but it's not a license, a certificate.
yeah, and then you have to have your little training completion certificate with you. So I have that as well, so they can smooch it.
Yeah, I've been taking flying lessons for a private pilot. So I'm to the point that I just need to take the FAA written exam and the check ride. And I haven't studied for it enough to be able to go take it. I'm not looking forward to that.
I want to get my part 107 so I can charge to do stuff because I'd like to do like search and rescue or different things like that because I can fly pretty far and I'm building a drone right now that I'm going to try to do first 10K out and 10K back, but then I want to do like eventually like 20 kilometers out and 20 kilometers back.
So you're not required to have it at light on sight?
I mean, you are, but is there, tell me who's over there, who's over here checking on that right now? Is it this person in the bush right here? I don't see anybody out there checking the distance of how far I'm flying. But yes, you're supposed to be in a visual line of sight.
You see that you're.
And I'm in Mexico right now flying.
Yeah. I can see that it looks very the state of Colorado, Mexico.
Yeah, this is in Mexico. Okay, I think this is where I try to go through the tree. Later on in the day, I wasn't recording, but later on in the day, I pretty much just went through all of the little gaps in this tree.
I see the file name is DJI. Does that mean it's a DJI drone?
Not the drone, the video system is DJI, though.
Okay.
You don't know how hard it was to get through that little tree and that little gap. There's about 4 inches on each side.
Whoa! And there's the black truck. I'm sorry,
that's
that black truck
the
pulls up my
FAA
neighborhood.
coming in for you.
See what, Gabe?
The FAA parked on the red truck.
Sorry, if I see a guy in a black truck pull up to my neighborhood and he pulls out a drone and starts flying around, I'm going to be a little freaked out.
Dude, nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. A lot of people walk by. But I don't like, if you notice, like I'm not buzzing right by people. I'm not buzzing over their house or buzzing over their car or anything like that. I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah, at least not on the recording. That's what he does in private.
Okay, so look at all of these houses and all of these windows and tell me what you saw inside of those windows when I was doing like 40 miles an hour by it.
Yeah, just put it on slow motion.
Yeah, you can stop it. Like, what is? You're not gonna see anything in there. It's too fast.
I want to go to that park when 4 baseball games are going on simultaneously.
I
I
know.
can't imagine how much pandemonium that is.
When I saw this on the map in Mexico, I was like, wow, is there going to be a lot of people here? And obviously, Mexico is not popping off in baseball right now.
Yeah, we can see that.
But yeah, there's even some soccer fields over there too. There's a nice aerial shot of Mexico. Just across the border.
Yeah, are those the mountains to the left where they have the Mexico ski resorts?
Yeah, the Jalisco Mountains.
You know, my
baseball
brother
was
was
so
born
popular.
in the state of Jalisco.
That is that the river that everybody tries to cross?
Yeah. Yep, that's the river. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
doing
found it?
surveillance for them right now.
Yeah, yeah. So you're part of Homeland Security.
Yeah, Christy Nome, here you go. Here's your footage.
Yep, I found your face. It fell off. Again.
Oh God, we're gonna piss somebody off.
That's funny. All right. So I thought y'all might enjoy something a little bit different today, but that's when I'm not doing 3D printing or woodworking or stuff. I like to fly the heck out of these drones.
I can't fly mine
Why?
because when they did all the new regulations and stuff, my house is in a no-fly zone.
Oh, I thought updated again because I think they said "F you, U.S. Try to ban us. We're going to take away the geofence." So I don't think there's geofencing anymore. I would update your drone and check
But
again.
how close are you to the airport?
If you're within 5 miles, it won't let you take off. But I think I heard
know,
that
but-
they took that out. So I would
But
update it.
that's why I
check.
was asking how.
I'm within that 5-mile circle, but I'm not in their glide path. Their glide path
It doesn't matter. You just have to
off
be.
either side.
Which
you have-
airport is that?
If you're in the circle, it doesn't matter if you're a foot above the ground. You can't be within
Yeah.
the circle.
Which airport is that?
It's just the regional.
And they
It's a
can
local
see it. When
one.
I lived in Minnesota, we worked with the airport there, the little drone club or whatever that I was in there. And they were like, yeah, once you're a foot off the ground, we can see you on the radar. Even when we were outside of the 5 mile thing, like as soon as we started to fly, they could see us on the radar. So
I
this
mean-
one, so if you have like the DJI drones, like they have geofencing and everything. This isn't a DJI drone. It just uses the camera system, which doesn't have any geofencing on it, and I can fly that wherever the heck I want. And
Yeah,
that's
no,
the one
mine's
that they're
a-
not trying to ban, which go figure.
Mine's is a Spark, so
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
always
my
leery of
phone, but
electronics called Spark.
I don't know.
DJI Spark.
I don't own one, but I'm like maybe less than half a mile, a quarter of a mile, maybe a bit more than a quarter of a mile outside of the Disney TFR, the temporary flight restriction zone. So I wouldn't be able to fly it
Yeah, they
uh,
would cry about
south
that pretty
of my
hard.
house. Yeah.
They
Well,
would cry
before they
about
came
that
up
hard.
with all this crazy stuff, you used to just, if you were going to put it up and you were within a certain piece of the airport, you would call them on the phone and
Mhm.
say, hey, I'm
And
going
they
to do
could clear
this.
you,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be any higher than 100 feet. And they're like, I mean, I did it that one time because I was just going to check my gutters. And I called them just to tell them, yeah, I'm going to be doing this. And they said, look, as long as you're under 400 feet, you don't have to call us.
But yeah,
And then,
they
of course, all the regulations
geofence.
came in.
Yeah, they geofence it within 5 miles of any airport or whatever. So I have a couple of DJI drones, and they won't fly within airports. And my Avata, when I'm flying, if there's an airplane around where I'm flying, a little message comes up on the screen and says the aircraft is in the area, fly safe or whatever. But the video system ones, they don't say anything. And like I have GPS and everything on it, but there's no geofencing on that. The GPS is just for location and for recovery. If it loses signal, then it'll fly back to me.
Yeah. Mine just sits on the shelf now collecting dust.
Yeah, I have the
Do you mind if I
Avata.
ask which airport is that? The one near you?
He said it was just a regional airport.
Yeah, but I'm just curious which one it is. Want to
Oh,
look it up on
it comes
Fortnite.
up as EWNB is what it's, if you're in like Flight Simulator or something. It's a local airport. It doesn't even have a full-time tower.
That's even worse. There's like a crop duster airport somewhat close to me. I think pretty close to that 5 miles, but that one doesn't set off any of those geofences.
Is that in North Carolina? The only airport that I find with AW is the Coastal Carolina Regional Airport.
No, mine's in Mass.
Anyway, I was just curious so I could look it up on Ford Flight, see what type of airport it was.
Yeah, no, I believe it comes up as EWB.
Oh, the Newburgh Fort?
Let me double check. Hang on.
I wouldn't even be allowed to take off because I got an airport within a mile, and I'm in the glide path. And then I got Charlotte Douglas Airport 10 miles away, and I'm in the glide path of that too.
No, you can't fly drones there. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot with my house, but I only fly my super small drones around my house. Like that one that I was just flying right now, like if that thing messes up, like it will destroy stuff. So I try to not fly it around people's personal property, so I don't fly around my house to begin with. And I mean, if you live kind of in the boonies, then it might be a good idea to fly your drone around your house, but I wouldn't fly it around like your neighbor's car or above your neighbor's kid's head or any of that stuff. So I kind of stay away from flying by my house unless it's like I have a drone that's from motor post to motor post to 75 millimeters and it's super small. I could hit you in the face with that full speed and I doubt it would leave a mark. So that one I'll fly around the house, but my bigger drones, I won't fly those around the house because, like, man, if a wire comes loose or I've had birds try to attack it, like if they hit it and it fail safes or whatever and it goes and it crashes on somebody's car, like you're going to have to pay for that. So I tend to stay away from the flying around the house. And if
So
you're
look
in
up-
a airport, for sure, but like if you got people's property and stuff around, you got to be careful with that because you never know when a flight controller is going to fail and it just drops straight out of the sky right on somebody's brand new Corvette or something crazy. And it would be the most expensive car in your whole neighborhood is one that it would fall on as well.
Of course. Just be sure it doesn't have your name anywhere.
Yeah, and you're required to have your little ID sticker
Yeah.
on the bottom of it.
Christy Gnome. There you go.
Yeah, but I don't
Here's your
think
face.
that's required in Mexico.
It is not required in Mexico. So you're good in Mexico.
If you're looking up that airport, look up either EWB or KEWB.
Yeah, that's New Bedford Regional. I found that's Delta Airspace. So it's 5 miles from the center in a circle.
And these photos are from Ed.
Around 2,000 feet, go to 2,600 feet. Yeah, but you also have a Charlie Airport next to it, the KPBD, Providence. You have another airport west of that one.
I could do without the nightmare fuel.
The spiders.
I like that spider.
I know it looks
I
crazy.
hate spiders, and that looks super realistic. I kind of want to smash my screen right now.
Yeah, just turn off the screen, go to the corner, get it on fetal position, and we'll let you know when the spider is no
My
longer on the
size
screen. So you
12
can come
will
back.
handle business on that spider. It'd be a splat on the ground pretty quick. It's all you need, size 12. Squish. Get them before they jump. That's so funny. These turned out really cool. I like the fuzzy on the top. Like their little fuzzy hair looks pretty cool.
Those look awesome. I'm guessing that's bamboo green.
I think so. It looks like it. I don't think it's like the mistletoe or anything. I think it's just the
No,
That
normal
is
mistletoe
fuzz.
is
so
weird.
cool. Can you zoom in on the pattern on the top?
Yeah, the little hair looks crazy.
Wow. Wow. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. That is so cool. Good job, Ed.
Yeah, how long does it take to print that?
I don't know. I wonder what it looked like printing that. I bet it looked crazy printing that.
Yeah, it would almost look like a failure, but it's not.
Yeah, those are really cool.
See, those look like spikes on the left, man. That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy texture that they have on there.
How to test your printer's retraction and go.
How to make sure you don't have stringing.
Don't try that on a Creality printer.
Yeah, you'll be there a while getting out the strings.
Well, you will probably get that on a Creality printer when it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, when it's supposed to
So
be
it's just going to be a
smooth, it'll
failure.
look like
Yeah,
that.
it's supposed to be smooth and it's going to end up like that. Needless to say, Len will never get sponsored by Creality
Thankfully.
because we keep bashing on them.
Actually, their next big printer, they should ask him to sponsor sessions so they could prove how wrong we all are. Right, Creality? You want to prove us wrong, right?
Yes,
You
yeah,
let it
yes,
go
print
prove
ahead.
it.
us wrong.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Send one to Len. I'm sure he'll get it to go through the, whatever he wants to call it, rigor.
The trash can, I mean, the testing facility. Yeah, I still have a Creality. If anybody wants it, just send me your address. I'll send it to you.
So are you hating on people now that you want to send them a Creality printer?
Yeah, whoever has the worst print of the evening gets a Creality printer as punishment.
Hold on, let me delete my files I uploaded.
Yeah, I didn't upload anything tonight.
Len would be like Nathan Bill's robots. He'll be hitting it with a 2x4.
Which is funny because he has a
I'll
so
open
his
my
nose so far up
safe.
Creality's butt. It's not funny.
I'll open my safe and get out something that has a 30-inch barrel and referred to as over under and take care of it.
You can also do like what is this movie? No, not The Office. Office Space. That they broke the printer. What is the name of the movie? Is it Office Space?
I think so. Where they no
Smashed the printer.
Is it? I think it is Office Space. Yeah, and they smash the printer and throw it in the dumpster, beat it with the baseball bat and all that.
That's yeah. Yeah, you can always do that.
Can be
Yeah, it is Office
therapeutic.
Space. Yep. Now this one, I like it. It would be really cool if it was a bobblehead.
Yeah. It's very Spaceball-ish. Like it's
Yeah.
very close to being Dark Helmet and not Darth Vader.
Rick Moranis.
That is such a great movie.
I see
Did I
Rod
read that they're
Frogs
doing
is as big as
a
mine.
second one? Aren't they releasing a new one?
Are
Working
they?
on a
That'd
new
be
one?
awesome. That
Yes,
was
they
a
are.
funny movie.
Yep, they're already in the works, and they got Rick Moranis back. Mel Brooks is doing Just Yogurt, and a lot of the other cast is back too. Obviously, not John Candy or Dot, whoever played Dot, that blonde woman.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be released in 2027.
You could make this a bobblehead. Just slice the head off, do a cylinder negative, and then put a spring in it, and glue the spring to the head and body.
Yeah. See, now I might want to print one. And just do the head a bit bigger, slightly bigger. It looks a bit exaggerated.
All right. That's it for Ed. Be sure to smash the like button if you liked any of those prints, and be sure to let Ed know happy anniversary. We'll get into Hot Fix and tell us what we're looking at here.
This is what I was telling you guys about, where when you get the AP board, this is after they authorized it, how it goes from all zeros to 1.7.5, which is what I believe it actually shipped with on the firmware. And that, again, that's the one that went by really fast, which tells me that's really what it was behind the scenes. And then right after that, it gave me a prompt. I didn't feel like taking another picture, but it gave me a prompt to go to the latest firmware. And that particular one, that took a while to download and do all the stuff like you would normally expect. So that's why I think the other one was what the firmware was secretly behind. But yeah, it's all up to date now, which is a beautiful thing.
All the ribbon cables are copacetic.
Yeah, all because they had a really crappy wiki and didn't tell you how to disconnect the other cable correctly. And the real fun fact is I lost all of my print hours on my printer because it's associated with the old AP board. It's like I got a whole new printer.
Yeah,
so
you have a new printer. Just go and sell it. Well, it only has 100 hours.
Yeah, right. But I asked them in my ticket, I was like, is there any way you can tell me how many hours I logged? They're like, no, sorry, too bad. I was like, you suck. So now I have no idea. I will never know. I know it was like probably over 7,000 hours, but I will never know how many hours I actually have on that printer.
I'm pretty sure it was over 8,000 because mine is already over 8,000. And you probably have more than me.
Dude, I would have bought a brand new one and returned it. Right? I don't say that on YouTube. I mean, hey, look at the hours. It's brand new, but that's the one. Don't mind all that very used grease on them rods. That's brand
I
new.
don't know,
Where
it
are
came
the
this way.
cobwebs in
It
the
must be a
back?
new grease.
Came from Just return it in Mexico, man.
Yeah, sadly, I don't roll like that, but I appreciate the humor. But it's
Hey, if they want to
bad.
play stupid games, let them win a stupid prize, dude.
Well,
Like-
I
You
mean,
could
you're not
always
wrong
sell
there.
it in East LA.
I mean, Mexico will be fine, dude. That'll be all right.
Right out of Compton.
So this one I included only because I was so freaking thrilled. You know how you get those rainbow gradients? They just color shift as you print. You can even see the original one below. It goes from blue to yellow. Well, I had two of them because I was printing all those Easter bunnies months ago, and I was like, "Oh man, I got two rolls. I want to fuse them together." So I took one roll, and I pulled enough of the pink and purple out. What you see here, I pulled that much off the other roll, cut it so the two colors fused. They were very similar. I rolled that up, and then I was like, "Hey, you know what? On the end of the one I just unrolled, that's almost the same color as the color that's on the end I just cut off." So I was actually able to take roll A, pull off enough so that what was on roll A matched the color on roll B, fuse them together, and then when I finished rolling roll A onto roll B, the remaining color that I had cut off matched the end of roll A, so I was able to fuse that back on. So I didn't waste anything off two rolls, and I got all the colors to kind of line up. I was really excited by that. I don't know if I explained that very well, but it just for once, something worked out perfect, and I was like, I just need to take a picture. I was so stoked. And yeah, if you actually print it, you'll actually see it go like green, blue, yellow, pink. It'll go backwards and then forwards again, but who cares? So the colors at least match. Anyway, I know it's probably silly, but I was
awesome.
Really excited by that. And I'm just showing you. I took a picture of myself because I couldn't believe how close those colors got. I like literally almost the exact same thing. So here, I had been printing off a long time ago. I had some Easy Pass things I found on, at the time, I believe I found it on Thingiverse. It's a really brittle design. And I printed in ASA, so it stands up, but the problem is and your black box is covering the one that's broken, unfortunately. I decided to try a new model, and I found this one that looked way chunkier. But as you can see from the one on the top, there you go. They just did a really thin joint there, and I don't know why they did that. So what I did is I hopped into Bamboo Studio. I sliced the tab off. I sliced the corner of the tab off. I flipped it, shoved it up, rotated it, merged it, meshed it, and I don't have CAD skills worth a damn, so I can make a coin. That's about as much as I can do. But I feel like I do graphics art in MS Paint. It's that kind of like brute force, and it all works perfect. I got really zoomed in. I made sure there was no like overhangs or any weirdness. And I printed it again, and now it's much stronger. So now that's just some PLA I have. I was just prototyping it. Now that that's working, and now that my printer is working, I'm going to heat up the chamber to 50 degrees Celsius with heat soaking, and then I'm going to print off a whole bunch out of like ABS and ASA and give them out to people who've been waiting. But this was just me being a clever little monkey, using somebody's bottom half of their print to reinforce their top half.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, you can see what a crappy design to begin with.
And sure enough, as soon as I found that one, or as soon as I printed this one, I found somebody had taken the original design I had, and they had like beefed the crap out of it. I was like, I probably would have much preferred that one, because I had to remove the Velcro things off the back of my Easy Pass. Not that I ever used them to get them to fit. So a couple months, or probably about a month ago, I printed a little pull-out drawer jewelry box where the lid slides open and close like an accordion type thing. And my son stole it, or he appropriated is a better way to put it.
Well, he borrowed it without return.
Yes.
Extended,
I will give him this.
Extended borrowing.
I will say this. He did ask, but he did so with really big puppy dog eyes, so I don't feel like that was very fair.
so my daughter wanted her own jewelry box and went back to the author. Oh, thanks, dude. I went back to the author and found that he had this one. This one's much bigger, much bigger. And this is the one that was, he had two models. This is the one that's designed to fit on the A1. I'm really glad I printed this one. Those are all the pieces. And here's what it looks like together. It's no glue, by the way, no glue. It's the same as the guy who did like 3D printed bolts. You screw them in. That part where you've got the combination lock, there's some tolerance issues there. There's some serious tolerance issues. I've had to like sand the crap out of it, pull out my X-Acto knife, kind of widen the holes. I think he needs some work on that part, but this is a free model, and the guy's made a whole bunch of these, so I'm not going to complain. He's being really nice by giving these away for free, and they're really ingenious. But I think it turned out really well. My daughter was losing her mind trying to put it together, but she was also overly tired. And it's bamboo. Actually, none of that's bamboo. That's Overture Space Gray PLA for the silver. That's Overture PLA Pro Gold, Royal Gold. I did the PLA Pro just because I knew some of those parts might get a little bendy with the hinges, and I wanted as much strength as I could. And then the brown is Creality's wood-infused PLA, which I love printing. Every time I print it, it smells like a campfire in my basement. It's just a very mild one, but I really like that design.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I have a feeling once my girlfriend and her kids see this, they're all going to want one too. So it turned out really well. It was a pain in the butt to assemble, and we're still trying to get the padlock part to work right. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do some more doctoring, but otherwise, it works.
Really cool. Turned out really cool.
Turned out good.
Yeah. And now, of course, with Lynn's magic zooming in capabilities, I can see all the little hairs I didn't cut off.
Now that it's on a 60-inch screen.
Yeah,
Zoomed
right.
in.
First of all, 65, thank you very much. But no, I'm just kidding.
110.
Yeah, right. My girlfriend asked me for a jewelry stand that could take a lot of her earrings. And we were searching around Maker World together, and we found this one. And this is one of Polymaker's Celestial, I think it's called Aurora, I think is it? It's either Aurora or another one, where it's green but it has brown hues to it. So we found this mushroom where all those little holes were added to, so you can hang like studs or hoop earrings off of. There's a little dish there. They kind of messed up the model. There's a hole in the dish on the right-hand side, and I looked underneath, and it's just because they made the model way too thin there. Yeah, right there. And I'm going to ask her if she wants me to fix it, because I got some filament. I could just, 3D glue literally a strand of filament on the bottom to close that, but I'm not going to mess with it if she doesn't want to. And I have a top-down picture to try to get the brown. But that filament is very delicate. It's not like
golden green almost.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting color.
Yeah, if anybody's curious, I can look it up and tell you what it is, but I know if it's not their Aurora PLA, it's one of the other ones in there that's the green and brown. And I thought her favorite color is green, and I thought, well, mushroom's kind of brownish, so that's why I chose that PLA. I think it turned out really well. Removing the supports on that were a bitch. Oh my! I'm sorry. Were a
Mexico.
Oh right. They were very difficult, and the stems on the mushrooms are very thin, unnecessarily so. So I really don't think this design was originally like, oh, this will be really good to 3D print. I think somebody just, I don't know where they got this idea, but it's like they could have made if you go back one real quick, you'll see how thin the mushroom stalks are. I had to be so
it's
careful.
Like they just took somebody's Blender model.
Yep.
Made a
so you see the one on the left?
It
gets thinner the closer it goes up. So like I almost removed the stock thinking it was a support. I'm like, whoops. Well, good thing I didn't hit that one. But anyway,
just me trying to impress the girlfriend and make her happy. So I think it turned out I really love the color of that filament. I just wish it wasn't so delicate to work with.
Yeah, it's a crazy color. Crazy color.
And it's obviously not Halloween, Thanksgiving time. So I'm going to my girlfriend's house for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to bring my Starship Enterprise that I showed last year, where it's I'm going to bring that just to show it off, but I wanted to give her her own centerpiece, and I went more traditional because she's having a bunch of people I don't know over. So we printed Tom Tom the turkey.
That looks vaguely familiar.
Is that yours?
Somewhat familiar. Yeah, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think you printed this one, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah.
Is
I
that your
remember
model?
the little thing on its beak or whatever.
Yeah, now you need to print like 3 times the size, so it can be the centerpiece.
Yeah. I didn't want to overpower the table because there's going to be a lot of people, and I know she's going to cook her brains out, but yes. Is that
This is going to get lost behind the margarine, man. You make it bigger.
It's a butter turkey.
Well, I am bringing a turkey fryer down with me, but is that your model, Mark, or
No, I just
you just printed
that
it
out for my wife, and
Okay.
that's why I said it looks vaguely familiar.
Yeah, if you guys can share the link, I would appreciate it, or the name, and I can look it up.
Yep, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And I didn't like the legs laying down like that printed because it put a lot of layer lines on top of the toes. And I stood the legs up, and I didn't like how the top of the toes looked. So what I ended up doing is I lifted the legs up 30 degrees. So just the back of the legs like they are right now. Imagine me lifting the part that goes in the pumpkin up 30 degrees. So it put supports under it, and that the only layer lines are right where think of them like the fingernails where the toes would be. I guess you call those toenails. That's the only part with layer lines. And now looking at it, that was probably really a lot of wasted time and effort because who's really going to look at the feet? But that's me. I over-engineer everything. Yeah.
You glue your head in?
I did glue the head in. It was just a little too loose. I did not glue the tail feathers in, though.
Yeah, no, I left the head unglued, so it's almost like a wobble head.
Yep.
And my wife gets a kick out of it because she'll set the head in one position, and then when she comes back from the dogs going back and forth or us just walking by, the head's moved to another position on its own.
I really was
which
on the
filament
fence.
do you use?
Bamboo PLA black, bamboo PLA white, bamboo PLA yellow for the feathers, Iriwan red PLA plus for the feathers. The nose is the other yellow bamboo makes. I think it's like cornflower or something.
Yeah, sunflower yellow.
Sunflower, yeah. I wanted a slightly darker yellow for the beak. And then the Iriwan diamond red for the nose thing, whatever you call that. And then just bamboo PLA orange, the basic orange, not even the pumpkin orange for the body. I kind of ran out of pumpkin orange.
Yeah, I like that red.
The nose red or the back red?
Mm-hmm. The nose.
Yeah, that's that Iriwan diamond red one I think I've sent you in the past. Oh, and the yep. Yeah, thanks.
It needs a shave.
Dude, you're killing my OCD right now. I did use the Overture Space Gray for the hat band, and I used Mika 3D Gold for the buckle.
Hey, the good part is that with all those printing thingies, you might end up winning the Creality printer.
No,
You might have
live,
more
man.
stringing in your future.
I know where you live. I'm just gonna say. Yeah, I regret gluing the head in because of portability. But I definitely was not going to glue the feathers in because they just kind of sit in place. But oh, and bamboo PLA brown for the body. I kind of they were very big about, oh, you only need 4 colors or whatever it was, or 6 colors, and I kind of went a little over the top. I went a little extra.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Thank
That
you.
turned out nice.
I want to impress girlfriend's friends, so.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, my
You
son's
rat
my son's birthday celebration was today. His actual birthday is next Friday, but he asked for filaments for his birthday from his friends, so he ended up getting the Paramount Simpsons Jello that we were talking about last week.
Yeah. That's a right-thinking American right there. I love his priorities.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, he went in Amazon when he was doing his wish list, and he just started adding a lot of filaments. So he got a PETG, PLAs, TPU.
Yeah, sorry. I was yelling stop at a kid.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think it was to me, and if it was, I was going to ignore you anyway.
Just like your kids.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just a bigger kid.
All
I'm
right. Thank
noticing
you
a little-
for those
Yeah, go ahead.
prints hot fix. Next up is Justin. And this one's really cool.
Wow. Is Justin on the call?
I am.
Hey, cool. That beak, man. That beak looks like it's porcelain.
I know.
Yeah.
There's like no layer lines on there.
Yeah, it's just bamboo PLA white and black and gold.
Did the beak prints going straight up? Is that how there are no layer lines?
Yes.
Okay. Man, that
So
looks
that's
so
just regular
Trying to
basic
get
PLA
a
white?
glimpse of them, but man, that turned out smooth.
Yeah, is that basic PLA white?
Just
That's really
jade
good.
white.
Looks really good and more shiny than usual. I like it.
Yeah, that
Justin,
was
you're
my
being
late
asked for a link.
That was my late Halloween print there. Let me see if I can find a link here for you. Hang on.
What is this from? It looks like Spy. What is that? Spy versus Spy? It almost looks like that, but I don't think it is. But
No,
what is this
it's,
from?
It's a plague doctor. Let me grab the link here. It's a plague doctor. Let's see. There's the link, but for whatever reason it didn't make. Oh, I don't have a wrench. That's why.
Oh, just make a chat real quick and then I'll fix that. Just say hello or something.
Hello.
Like type hello in chat so I can have something to click on to give you the gear. There we go.
Do you ever do like concentric on those kind of eyes so the circles kind of all stay circle? That didn't come out right.
No, it did. I haven't. I honestly just used what he had in the file.
Okay.
But now that you say that, it makes sense to use concentric for that.
You know, to be honest though, we probably only noticed it because Zlin has it zoomed in, like all the hairs, right? Because I noticed you have no hairs, but that's what we noticed.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one doesn't have any hairs. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
No creolity for you, buddy.
I do really like that model. It's very. I'm assuming it's all separate pieces glued together.
Yes.
Yeah.
The body is one piece, the beak is another, the eyes, the black pieces in the eyes snap in, and then the hat. Right. Actually, no, the hat and body all print together, I think. If I remember right.
You know, it'd be really cool. Print the black pieces in the eyes face down on a chromatic plate, so you get like that little pattern in there. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain.
You can have hots when you look into his eyes.
That would be messed up. Wow. Did we see this guy last week? The Santa Claus?
Yeah, we might have. I couldn't remember what I had sent, but
Because I remember asking about this. I was just about to ask you about the skin color, and I think I asked you, and you said it was bamboo beige.
yep, it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
We don't need
I like
to
the
ask
shotgun
why.
shells, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't need to ask why Santa has 2 shotgun shells, but
Those are actually fidget clickers. They print in place, and you press on the primer area in the shell, and it squeezes together.
Yeah, so those shells are really for the naughty list.
Yeah,
You got to 3D print a shotgun for Santa now.
They're coming to
Exactly.
you, Hot Fix.
Oh, dude, I've been on the naughty list for so long. He's tired of seeing me.
Yeah, he's the founder.
So what's the sold sign in the back?
that is just a little prototype that I did up for a realtor that I
Okay.
just printed, and basically they slide their business card in between the top and bottom bracket there.
That is super clever, dude. Holy
I just-
crap.
I just haven't finished it to the point that I'm happy with it. So
If you ever put that online, let me know, because I have 2 friends who are realtors. I'd love to print one of those for them.
absolutely.
That's super clever, man. I love that. Wow.
Yeah, the way I designed it is you slide your business card in between the 2 posts, and then it actually holds more business cards below it. So something they would put on their desk or out front in the lobby or whatever.
That's brilliant. If you thought that up by all yourself, man, you got a great brain. That was supposed to be a compliment. I'm not sure if that came out that way.
No, I've been doing graphic design for 30 years for NASCAR and stuff, so sometimes my brain just thinks of stuff that some people I think is stupid, but I was like, well, maybe somebody would like this. And I think we saw this one last week too. That was just a Grinch that I found on Maker World. It printed the body, the nose, and the eyes separately. Just glue them together.
Yeah, that's the one where you use the regular green and then the mistletoe green for the nose.
Correct. Yep.
do you do anything with Hendrick Motorsports?
Yeah, I did stuff with Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. and of course I was doing stuff with Junior before he was with Hendrix, but Jeff Gordon, I did a lot of stuff with Jeff, and then Sam Bass, who was the designer of Jeff Gordon's cars for many years, and then I also worked and did all the press releases for Jeff Gordon for about 6 years through his PR firm.
So if you see Jeff Gordon's new car, which is driven by William Byron, but still the 24 car, if you see HP on the side of that car, which 2 races out of the year we're the main sponsor, but we're a side sponsor the rest of the year, so I just have a small little sticker on the side of the car, but I had a really, really big part in putting HP on the side of that car, which was really cool. And I met Jeff Gordon a couple times, and Jimmy Johnson, and Chad Knaus, and Mr. Hendrick. And I've seen the museum, which is super cool. You can't take pictures in there, but there's a Corvette with 001 on the VIN for every single year in one place in this museum. It is insane.
Yeah,
every
Rick
year,
has
001.
Rick was very into Corvettes, and then he also buys the first Corvette off the assembly line
Yep. Every
every year.
single year. He has it for
Yep.
every year of the Corvette, has the 001 VIN number for every single one. And then the rarest one that he has is a one of one Mary Kay pink Corvette that some Mary Kay rep won, and they custom painted it at the factory, and they never took delivery of it, and he bought it. And it is
Yep.
the rarest one that he has, and you'll never see another one from the factory painted Mary Kay pink or whatever. It's the only one that they ever did. Super crazy. I spent 3 hours in that museum. It was super cool.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports is literally like 4 miles from where I live. So
Oh, nice. I go there once a year, twice a year.
well, next time you're up this way, let me know.
I will. I will. You finally got the H2D.
I did. I went and picked it up. Would have been Sunday. So now I have two X1Cs, an H2S, and an H2D with two AMSs connected to every single printer. So I'm
So
rocking.
now
and
you're going to
rolling.
be missing the H2C.
I have a line of models that I have set up to print for the H2D only because it's going to save almost 50% filament cost.
Oh, that's good.
But there's still a lot of models that I put together that I'll print in multiple parts. So I'll start, like all the whites will print on the bottom right X1C, and all the blacks will print on the bottom left X1C, and then
So-
I'll split it up between all the printers.
So since you have both the S and the D, I'm going to ask this question. Apart from the multi-tool head, if we remove that feature, which one would you prefer?
If we remove the multi-tool head, the H2S,
Why?
because of the larger build volume.
Okay.
And it's
You can
also
get
a
it.
little faster too, right?
It is a little bit faster. You can use the entire plate. But other than that, there's really no difference in them
Okay.
that I can see. And I do kind of like the side windows of the H2D, but it's not a
Yeah,
deal
that's nice.
breaker.
Yeah, instead I'm considering getting early next year, probably January, either a H2S or a H2D or depending on the price, a H2C. But I do like the ability to use the extra size of the build plate.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd like the H2D until my fiance got one. And then I started using the profile because I had it on my network. I could see the profile of it. So I started putting in models that were going to take, 1 or 2 days to print on the H2S. And it was literally like 13, 14 hours on the H2C or on the H2D.
And that's a
And,
huge difference.
And on one model in particular, it saved, I think on the H2S, it was going to cost $30 to print this model, and it was going to take 4 days. On the H2D, it was going to cost $18, and it was going to take a day and a half.
That's not bad. So you only lose, I guess, if you're printing single color, for example, you only lose part of the plate. You don't lose the same amount on both sides. It would be only on one
Correct.
side, depending on the nozzle. So do you know how many millimeters you lose?
You lose roughly
I want to say 20 millimeters.
20,
As I said,
about
yes, it's
20
so
millimeters on each side.
Bad. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
It's not that
For single
bad.
color, I guess. If
And-
you were doing multicolor, you would lose 40.
And
Right.
I don't print generally all the way out to that edge anyway. It's very rare to have something all the way out to that edge. I mean, you can have it, but it's rare. But you lose that 20 millimeters, and it's not that noticeable unless you're always trying to print all the way out to the edge of the build plate, which I don't, because I find it doesn't print very well on the very edge of the plate.
Yeah, but even if you lost the 20 on each side, you will still end up with a bigger build plate than the X1C.
It's still massively bigger than the X1C. It's
Yeah,
dramatically
you could
different.
literally
Dramatically different.
you could literally fit the X1C build plate in the center of the H2D and still probably have 40 millimeters, if not more, on each side.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, it's significant.
But besides
Even
that,
with
I'm
that
seeing-
20 millimeters, it's still significant. Like Justin was saying, if you put the build plate in there, it's still way bigger.
I'm seeing a whole lot of empty space in the middle of the table for an H2C if we just move those AMSs somewhere else. I think you got plenty of room.
Well,
Stop.
my original thought was to build a shelf that went above the printers and put all the AMSs up there. And then I thought, why spend the money on a board? I can literally print all my AMS stands for less than $50. And it's going to cost at least that for the board, plus the brackets and the screws and hitting the studs and everything else. So I just did it this way.
No, understood. But now you have a plan for when you get your H2C. I'm just saying, I'm trying to plan for you.
For a couple days until I got my H2D, I had the AMSs for the X1Cs up on the tabletop, and the AMSs kept jamming because the tube was so long
Yeah,
that it wasn't didn't have enough
it was too
power.
much friction.
Yeah, too much friction. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'll just I had already bought the board for the shelf, so I just cut it down and put it on the floor so the printers aren't on the carpet, and did it that way.
I saw somebody had designed a X1 carbon P1S topper where you put your AMS on it and you can actually lean the AMS back, like lift it up like a hood,
Yep.
and it rolls back. I saw that. I thought that was amazing. I was like, well, I've already got my case, but if I didn't, I'd use that. But you don't need to worry about that with the H2s, right? Because you can set the AMS right on top of the glass since it has the auto vent, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
You just can't fit two of them on there.
Okay, yeah. That would be interesting.
Then they need to make a bigger printer so you can fit both of them.
There are prints that allow you to put both AMSs on top of the H2 series printers. It's
Side by
a
side.
bracket. Yeah, it's a bracket system
Think,
that's side by side.
Didn't Ed? I think Ed has one of those.
Couldn't you set the stand you got right there on the table? Couldn't you set that on top of the H2?
I suppose you could, but once you have 8 rolls of filament in there, that's a lot of weight on that tempered glass.
Oh, fair point. Okay, that's a really good point. All right.
Yeah, and the vibration might end up breaking it.
Oh yeah, those things. That's a table that's weighted.
I can tell you that it won't, because those have been sitting on top of mine since it got put in here and it hasn't done anything.
I
The
can tell
AMS
you-
is on top.
Yep, 2 AMSs with that same stand too. That same exact stand has been
That
sitting on
table's-
top of my H2D for a couple months now.
that
with
table's
8
a
rolls.
Gladiator Garage Works table, and it's rated for 3,500 pounds worth of weight. And both those printers shake the living crap out of that table.
Yep. Oh, I could imagine just one of them shakes. I have a maple. I made a maple table, and it's super heavy, but just one of them shakes the crap out of it. I could only imagine 2 of them probably get that thing rocking. If this band's a rocking, don't come a knocking, right?
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness Bamboo put the vibration reduction system in their printers, because I don't think I'd have a single print that would come out if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I forgot, man. 2 of those on the table. I bet it moving back and forth.
And that table weighs about 400 pounds, so, and it still moves it. Do I? But to go back to Gabriel's question, do I regret buying the H2S? No.
Yeah, I'm just debating which one to get.
Buy both of them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wait until the H2C is released.
Yeah,
Then
which
decide.
of course they announced the H2C a day after I friggin' bought the H2D, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well,
But this is a little Starbucks bear ornament I found on Maker World. The hat prints in separate colors, the bear prints in separate, not the bear prints all in one piece, the hat prints all in one piece, and then you have a little straw that actually you put it down through the hat, but reverse. So the red part that's sticking up, you go from the bottom of the hat, and it has a little lip to it, and then you can put a hanger in there and hang it on your tree. And my girlfriend or my fiance wanted to print those to give to her baristas at Starbucks because she goes to Starbucks every single day.
What is the bear holding?
It's supposed to be a cup, but it looks kind of like a
Something else.
Yeah.
Time to get out the.
It looks like the Amazon insignia.
That's not where I was going.
Apparently, there. Yeah, I knew where Hotfix is going.
He
Apparently,
still got
there's
those mushrooms
another.
on his mind.
Yeah,
well, I think he ate a few.
apparently, there's another bear that actually has a colored cup, so it looks more like a Starbucks cup. But I had already had this in the printer, and it was already printing, and I said, "The heck with it." This is that one I actually just printed tonight, right before the show. This is using the ice blue transparent PLA and then black PLA, and you put a tea light in it, and it lights up.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, it turned out really nice with the light in there.
I
So
wonder
now,
what that was.
now,
What
It's
was
giving
that
me
Muppet show, the Dark Crystal or whatever? Is that
yeah,
what
the
it
dark
was?
crystal, or what's Superman's home called? The
Fortress of Solitude.
Solitude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just about to say I want to print that out of the translucent purple PETG Bamboo has because I was thinking Dark Crystal too.
Yep. But no, it turned out well. It took only like an hour and a half to print both pieces, and of course, I just split it up between two printers. But I definitely am going to pick up some more transparent PLA now, or even some PETG because it does print in separate pieces, so you can use PETG for the crystals and do different colors of crystals and stuff.
I will say I printed a lot of PETG in my days, and the translucent PETG from Bamboo prints like a dream. It is just really good stuff. So I'm glad to see you. This is the Bamboo transparent PLA though, right?
Correct.
I'm glad to see. Did it print pretty well? Are you pretty happy with it?
Yeah, I mean it printed well. I actually used it for Windows because they really don't have just a clear PLA. They got the clear PETG,
Right.
but of course you can't print that with PLA frame,
Right.
because it won't stick. So what I did is I used this with a black frame for a little Hot Wheels building that I'm doing, and that way it all sticks, and it seems to look just like like a frosted window.
Yeah, it turned out awesome. Really cool. All right. Well, that's all the photos we have for this evening. Appreciate everybody's.
That's not entirely correct because I submitted mine late.
Okay, let me dig.
So my
those
bad.
out.
I do want to win that Creality printer, so I submitted the worst pictures that I could. And I'm not gonna be here next week, so
Oh yeah, no stream next week either. I'll be out of town.
yeah, same here.
Death Star.
My stream contribution would be me sitting on a couch with tryptophan coma. That's really cool. What filament is that?
That's bamboo silk plus titanium, or whatever the name is.
Wow. Almost looks green in that picture.
Yeah, no, it's right now the name is just the silk plus Titan gray.
Titan gray. Wow. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's Christmas decoration for the tree.
Oh my God, dude, stop it. I thought the Starbucks bear, I was gonna let that slide, but come on, man. You guys are killing me. It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Oh, I got 10 trees to put up, man. I only got one up so far.
Okay.
What's that? I normally don't print anything for Thanksgiving because my son's birthday is on the 21st. So I'm usually not around for Thanksgiving, so I don't really print anything for Thanksgiving. But in case anyone wants this, I put the link on the chat. So this is a miniature. That's why the picture is so bad. That measures like just under 1.5 inches.
I know that's supposed to be the Grinch, but that really looks like a dog.
Which one? Because I'm still seeing the...
Nutcracker.
Len had jumped over to the Grinch.
Ah.
But the face of the Grinch actually looks like it's a dog.
Yeah, it's more about the picture of it. I think in person looks a bit better. Actually, a lot better. So that I put the cell phone really close to it. I took the pictures when the stream was already starting. So I didn't even look to see how they came out. Yeah,
printed
as soon as, sorry?
I was gonna say I printed that last year, and I found when you use matte PLA, when it's that sharp of a gradient, it hides the layer lines a little bit better.
Probably, but I can barely see them in person, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture makes it look worse than what it is.
It's a really fun print.
It is. I printed because I printed a bunch of them last year, right? I pretty much gave them away every time someone would come home and they would sit on my tree and would say, "Oh, I like this. I just take it." So I didn't have any at the end of Christmas, so I just printed a bunch for this year. Let's move to the next one. Should be one more.
I like the knit texture, whatever. It looks really cool.
Yeah, the knitted penguin. And somewhere I have the link here. Yeah, this one is really nice. I like it.
Yeah, there for a while, the knit models were all the rage because that's all you saw uploaded to Maker World. It didn't matter what it was a knit.
Yep.
I remember Len did the bomb, or Bullet Bill, or was it the bomb? No, it was the bomb.
Bomb, and then the star. I did the star, and then I did a little miniature Vader one too.
Yeah, and this one was uploaded to Maker's World last year, so I guess it wasn't on that craze of using the knitted.
Looks so good.
Yeah, I put the link on the chat.
Yeah, I really like how the knitted models come out. They just take a lot longer to print than normal models because it's got to make that knit pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But the results are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, they look really cool.
Looks like Grandma made it.
Yes, if she had a 3D printer.
That would be a good one for the H2D.
Yeah, I think that was the last picture. Yeah, that's from last week.
Yeah, this would be the perfect model for the H2D because you wouldn't have hardly any poop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Len, by the way, I'm gonna be sending you the bowl. So we had my son's birthday celebration, and we have one bowl left over. So I'm gonna be mailing it to you, so you can try to whack it with the golf club.
Gotta film that.
And if
Yeah.
you don't break it, then you got to 3D print a contraption so you can drop it from your drone.
Drone. Well, if he doesn't break it with the golf club, he's not gonna break it by dropping it from the drone. No matter how high he drops it, because it's gonna hit terminal velocity, and it's just not gonna go any faster than that.
It's going to burn up in the atmosphere.
Well, I guess if you go that high, then yes. But I think the drone is probably gonna burn, or at least it's probably gonna run out of battery before
It's
it
gotta
reaches that height.
it's gotta survive getting hit by this thing. This is what I got. The smoke stick.
Yeah.
$400 for one club. Wow.
That's now.
is.
I bought it.
That's
I
actually
bought it when it
cheap.
first came out, and I did not get a discount on it.
Yeah, that's actually fairly cheap for one.
I mean, it's my last set of clubs my dad made for me because he had a whole golfsmith set up. But what the hell, man? What are they putting in there? Liquid gold?
Probably titanium or carbon fiber stuff.
I was going to say titanium and carbon fiber rod.
But $600? Okay, you guys.
That's one of the lower end ones.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Get out of here!
Does it tells you the materials that they use?
You know you've made it in 3D printing when you can afford a $600 golf.
Yeah,
You know you've made it at HP when.
that's a whole P1S, man. Sorry.
Look, there's even smoke coming off of it.
Yep. After I
No.
get after it, that's what it looks like too. Just kidding.
Len, disclaimer: if the ball damaged the club, it's on you, not me.
Yeah, I don't think so. All
So
right.
you can
Yeah, I
enjoy
can't
outside.
wait for that one, and I will film it, and I will do one hole with that ball and see if it survives or if the smoke stick survives.
Yeah, I'm gonna be shipping some stuff package some stuff to ship on Monday to my brother, so I'll throw it in a box and ship it your way.
Cool. All right. Now I believe we have reached the end of all of the photos for this week. No stream next week. I'll be out of town, but we will have a stream after Thanksgiving. So I will see everybody then. Have a great rest of your weekend next weekend, and the week after. Have a great bunch of days. I'll see
Thanks,
everybody
everyone.
on the next stream. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
See you guys.